Hey, welcome back. Bob the Vaping Computer Guy. Today we're going to be taking a look at the CoilMaster 521 Mini. I'm going to compare it to its so-called big brother, the full-size Tab 521. This was sent to me by Hamswan, an Amazon CoilMaster reseller. Alright, so we're going to include a link below to where you can get it on their website for $19.99, which is, I see other places selling it on Amazon for $30. So $19.99, Prime shipping included, is a good deal. I'll tell you what the differences are between these two. Let's dive down to the table and take a look at them. Today we're taking a look at the CoilMaster 521 Mini. We're also going to compare it to its big brother, the Tab 521. The 521, well, let's talk about what they both do. CoilMaster tabs are designed for testing and dry burning your coils. It's also a good base for building on. You can check your resistance, and you can dry burn by using the 18650 battery, not included, that you place in the bottom. Okay. Let's go over some of the main differences first of all from the Mini to the full size. And there are just a few differences. They're not that big difference in size. Height and width is about the same, but you can see the width and depth are about the same, but the height is quite a bit different, almost half. Okay. Also, the material used for the 521 Mini is a little bit of a thinner plastic, I would say. This feels a little more durable, but it's not a problem. It's not like it's breakable or anything like that. Also, the full size has connection ports for probes that you can have two probe wires if you want to test the resistance on something. You can do that. Some of the downsides to the full size that I like better on the Pro. First of all, not having the probe connectors, which I don't think most people use. I certainly never really find a use for them. This was a complaint on the full size that when you clip your wires when working and building on here, you could drop it down into those little holes. Also, this kind of little well over here, if you're building on something and you're wicking your coils and then you're juicing it up on here, juice would collect in here a lot of times, okay? And so this needs to be cleaned a lot. With the 521 Mini, you really don't have those problems. Nothing's going to drop down to any holes. Juice won't really collect on there. You can easily clean it if you want to. And so that's a couple of good pros for the 521 Mini. Also the price. The 521 Mini goes for about $20. I've seen it as high as $30, but Hamswan, that sent this in for review and sells it on Amazon, is $19.99 for Prime members. And I'll include a link on the screen and in the show notes of where you can get one directly on Amazon from Hamswan. Okay, so let's take a look at it. As I said before, first of all, you have an 18650 battery that you can take out and replace or charge as needed. All right, simple, easy to put in there. You have your little rubber feet there to give you a nice solid base for building on. Okay, and then you have two options here. One is your meter, and the other one, that's showing my current battery voltage of the battery that's in there, is for dry burning your coils. So let's go ahead and throw a build on here, and you can see what I mean. Alright, so we have a build on there now, a dual coil Clapton build. Turn it on, we can see we have a 0.31 resistance on there right now. If we switch this over to the dry burn mode, alright, you can see you can burn your coils, heat up your coils. And it'll show you battery resistance as you're doing that. Alright, of course we switch it back, I'm going to see a different resistance because it's hot, 0.26. But it's a very nice, stable base to build on, and it works very well. It's very reliable. CoilMaster products have always been good quality. I've never had any problems with them whatsoever. And the fact that it's a little lower down, I think, gives it a little bit better base. Also, it's a little smaller if you want to throw it in a bag to take it with you than the full-size Tab 521. Alright, so very reliable, very nicely made, good quality. A little less features than the full size because you don't have the probe connections, but you do have the smaller, the smaller footprint of it height-wise. Alright, so there you go. That's the Tab 521 Mini, sent in by Hamswan. Take a look for it on Amazon. Like I said, link is in the show notes and on your screen. So there you go. If you're familiar with CoilMaster, if you have the big one, the 521 Tab, and you're looking for something smaller, maybe that's easy to throw in your vape bag and take with you, it's about half the thickness of it. All right. counting this top there. So it's a nice little small one to throw in your bag with you. Or if you never used a tab and you're building currently on your mods, this is a much safer way to do it, so you don't accidentally burn yourself hitting the button on your mod and building on there like a lot of people do, like I used to do before I started using the tabs, the CoilMaster products. So it's a nice little device. Now you know the difference between the two and which one is right for you. Thanks a lot for watching. Please click that subscribe button if you're not a subscriber, and give me a thumbs up if you can. Thanks a lot.